Hi, this is going to be a collective tarot reading, but I'm going to start with an astrological update. I'll put in the comments a timestamp so that you can go directly to the reading if that's what you prefer. This is going to be a really big week. We are heading to the full moon in Virgo. There's a lot going on with it. The sun is in Pisces, which started February 18th and goes through the 20th. Keep in mind that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac cycle, so some of you may be feeling really exhausted. At this time, a group of planets are coming together with Pisces, starting with Jupiter, Neptune, and Mercury. And this is a line of planets that hasn't happened since, well, in 166 years. It makes for a very big transformational energy. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days. It went into Leo on Sunday the 13th. This fixed fire energy is, Leos want what they want. But other influences question practicality. On Tuesday the 15th, the moon moved into Virgo, bringing structure, order, perfection, but also adaptability, patience, and change. Virgo is also very emotional, with Mercury being its ruler, and having an analytical influence. With this full moon being in Virgo on Friday the 18th, it creates an analysis of deep-seated emotions. So we can experience dreams and old memories that come out of the blue, which likely have already started when the sun moved into Pisces, that brings up emotions that have been avoided. Could be things like anger, rage, regret, shame, guilt, remorse, those kind of things. Old emotional baggage. Mercury activated March 9th and it goes through March 27th. It gives the opportunity to look at this old baggage, to analyze it, and then to have communication with ourselves for forgiveness, compassion, and love. Jupiter then plays a role in expansion. And then when Venus comes in to play April 5th, and it's there through May 2nd, it awakens our senses. In connection to the old baggage, and with the help of Neptune, it can create healing of the self. The Virgo full moon is huge. It will ask, what do you value? And is your life in alignment with what you value on a soul level? So what you're aligning to during this time will affect all of your relationships. It's the energy that you're putting out to attract back to you. Once the moon goes into Libra on Saturday the 19th, and the sun moves into Aries on the 20th, the energy is going to be changing. Now, through all of these changes and this full moon, it's going to impact Sagittarius and Gemini with the most challenges. It's also going to affect the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All of these will be very affected, but Sagittarius and Gemini are going to have the biggest challenges. Okay, so this tarot reading is going to be looking at these energies. Keep in mind that often change doesn't happen overnight. We're approaching the solstice coming up, which also will bring in new energy, as well as we're getting ready to go into eclipse season again, which is very, very much change energy. But there's a great deal of opportunity this week here to make some changes and to start to heal from within, to come more fully into alignment with who you are on a soul level. So take what feels right for you in your heart and leave the rest. Okay, this is going to be for the fixed signs, the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And if you did not listen to the astrological rundown for this week, you might want to go back and listen. It's a pretty potent week. It's going to go in, I think, for another couple weeks. We're going to be dealing with these energies of this full moon. And the Taurus and Scorpio signs falling under the earth and water are going to be the most challenged of the fixed signs. We're going to start by asking what your current challenge is going to be. I'm going to use the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. I have pre-shuffled my decks, and remember, this is a collective reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, you might check out one of the other signs where they fall in your chart heavily. So for the collective of the fixed signs, thank you, Divine Source, for using me as a divine channel to bring forth the most beneficial, most needed information at this time for the collective of the fixed signs, to assist them in aligning with their souls and the divine, to be in their highest potential. And what can you show us about what their current challenges are going to be with this new full moon energy and these cluster of planets at this time? One more pass. Thank you. Okay, so we got Archangel Michael, and we got focus, and we got ideas and inspirations. So, we're going to read about what Archangel Michael has to say, but it feels like your challenge is going to be difficult. These really kind of tie in together. Difficulty in focusing, along with not hearing and your ideas and inspirations, not getting them, not being able to be present for them. Maybe you're too busy. Maybe your focus is too much away from yourself. So there's like some avoidance of what these energies are about. If we avoid the planetary lineup of these energies and the opportunities to transform some energies within us at this time, it's just going to come out later, a few weeks down the road, and it's going to come out in a more harsh way. So allow yourself to focus, to slow down, to pay attention, and listen to the messages that you're getting from your body, from your dreams, from your thoughts. What is it bringing up for you? But let's see what Archangel Michael has to say. This powerful archangel is with you right now. He gives you courage and helps release you from the effects of fear. Through this card, Archangel Michael is making his presence known to you. He is the symbol of true courage, stemming from knowing that God's love is the only power there is. Michael is letting you know that as you make changes in your life and as you encounter challenges, you are safe and secure. God and the angels help you to stay true to yourself during trying times. Have heart-to-heart discussions with Michael often. Pour out all of your concerns to him. Don't worry about overburdening him. Michael, like all of the archangels, is able to be with everyone simultaneously who needs him. He has no limitations of time or space, so he can help you and others concurrently. So it really does feel like, Michael is a warrior, and it really does feel like he's trying to support you in having the focus that you need So, in having the courage to have the focus, they're really emphasizing that, to have the courage, to have the focus, to let go of the fears, to let go of the things that you really want to avoid. I feel like some of you here are using humor as an avoidance technique. So maybe situations are coming up, and instead of really addressing and communicating about what's really going on, you're using humor to deflect the emotions. Okay, we're going to get emotion cards next to see what kind of emotions you're going to be dealing with, the fixed signs, what kind of emotions the fixed signs are going to be dealing with during this full moon and this cycle that we're going through with all of these planetary clusters creating change. What can you show us? Okay, I think I got a few on the floor here. All right, these all look very positive, but they're not feeling all positive. I do feel like you got energetic. I do feel like there is some energetic feeling. It feels more like nervous energy. So there is nervousness. This energy feels tied into those of you that are using humor, that are using things that outwardly look like a positive thing, but it's an avoidance technique. I'm not feeling that you're feeling safe. I'm feeling that you're feeling very unsafe, like it's not safe to feel your emotions. I am feeling that you have thankfulness. I am feeling like you're trying to focus on the positive things and the things that you have to be thankful in your life about. But what I'm feeling about that is, don't focus so much on everything being so positive that you're really not allowing yourself to dig deep, to go deep where you need to go, to release and purge, to let those negative emotions come up. And, a lot of people, especially several years back, had this idea that to be a spiritual person, it wasn't right to express negative emotions. And I have always felt that that was not accurate. That yes, we need to be positive, we need to find the positive things, but when there are things occurring in our lives, by not acknowledging to ourselves that we feel anger, or we feel hurt, or we feel betrayed, or whatever the emotion is, by not acknowledging to ourselves that those emotions exist, and we've done this over lifetime after lifetime, we tend to stuff it in our body, and this is what we do as a society. Many cultures do this, not just like in the United States. Many cultures do this. We stuff our emotions, and then it causes us problems down the road. That energy actually can turn in its dis-ease, and it can end up turning into disease processes. So I'm about to sneeze. Oh, so sorry. So whenever you find yourself looking at all the positive things, don't forget that it's okay. And it really is okay. As long, if we have anger, it's appropriate to acknowledge that we have anger and to express, as long as it's not done in an inappropriate way. It's okay to let someone know that you're not okay with them crossing a boundary, as long as it's done in an appropriate way. Being silent and stuffing our emotions is definitely not healthy. It's not appropriate for you. Okay, then we're going to do archetype cards. So we're going to ask for this period of time for the fixed signs. What archetypes are this collective of fixed signs going to be dealing with? What archetypes are the fixed signs going to be dealing with through this period of time, through this full moon and these planetary changes? I'm not sure if I had one turn over here. I guess not. I thought one flipped up and went back in the deck upside down, or face up, but it didn't. For the fixed signs, what archetypes are they going to be dealing with through this period of time for this collective? One more pass. Do we have any more? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got a few of them. Okay. Move my cards out of the way here. All right, I don't know what order they came out. Doesn't really matter. We got the Judge. We got the Scribe. We got the Engineer. We got the Athlete. We got the Addict. And the Femme Fatale. All right. So what we're doing is we're looking at the shadow side, because the shadow side is what is going to tell us where your work is and what you've been dealing with. So I'm mostly intuiting this. So for the Judge, where are you offering criticism to yourself? Where are you not being compassionate? Where are you not letting balance in your life? What is causing imbalance for you? Where are you being unfair to yourself? So those kind of things you might find are coming up for you during this. These kind of these archetypes might be bringing up these kind of things for you. So the Scribe, where in your life are you altering facts? And this could be something that you're not being honest with yourself about. It could be it could be perceptions that you have about your life, about who you are, that are inaccurate. And It could be as simple as you have beat yourself up and told yourself that you did something in certain situations, certain circumstances that where you found yourself wrong. It could also be where you have not been honest with yourself in situations with other people. You're not being honest with yourself about what occurred in past situations, and what comes up for you is a clue for you of where you need to heal. It would be why you weren't honest with people in certain situations. It's because of a wound that you have, and this is the opportunity where this wound is coming up for you to look at and to be honest with yourself. Go dig deep and say, this is why I react this way. This is my defense mechanism. This is why I handle problems this way. Then we have the engineer. So this feels very much like that situation of possibly using humor to avoid emotions, to acting in situations that people may not really understand how you really feel about things, because you have a total different expression in situations than how you really feel. And the long-term outcome of that is you end up being angry, being resentful of situations, and it's because you created it. It's because you didn't speak your truth in the first place, and you allowed for that outcome. So that's why it's called the engineer. You engineered it. If you'd have faced it and been honest with yourself and everyone else around, you wouldn't have engineered the situation like it did. So if anything comes up for you around this, look at why you feel resentful, why you feel angry, how did you respond to situations that may have been misleading to others and to yourself. And the athlete. This kind of feels like it ties in with the engineer, where it's where you find it very difficult to be vulnerable. And so it's almost like you put out a you put on a mask. You put on a mask that is different than who you really are and how you're really feeling. Okay, and then we have the addict. And this is about compromising yourself. It's allowing other things, and it again, it kind of falls in with the engineer and the athlete, where you allow other things to control you. It's really about not having integrity and not being honest with yourself or others about who you really are. So you have all of these different defense mechanisms that portray you as different than who you really are on a soul level. Then the femme fatale. This you may be very tied up in projecting who you want to be in the world, who you think you should be in the world. It may be attached to money and power. You may think there may have been a part of you that has dealt with feeling like if you have enough money and you have power in the world, this is your perception that you will have it all. But really deep within, you know that your heart is closed. There's an open hole there that never gets filled up. So look for those kind of things. Some of you may resonate with some of them, not all of them. But these kind of things are what are coming up for the fixed signs for this collective. Okay, so then we're going to ask for oracle advice for this collective. So using the Sacred Forest Oracle, what oracle advice can you give the fixed signs for this period of time with this full moon and all these planetary shifts and what they're going to be going through in their transformation? What advice would you have for them? Do another pass. Oh my gosh, the cardinal signs got like 9 of them. And they weren't all just dropped out at once. Thank you. Oh, there's a good. Okay, we got quite a few here. Let's see how many we got. All right, we got flexibility that came out. We got chaos. We got uncertainty. We can fit one more up here. We got grace. We got beauty. We got magic. And we got transcending. So what I'm going to do, you've got 7 here. I'm going to read the short advice that they have at the end for each card. So flexibility is card number 43. The spirit of the thicket of the thorns says, timing is everything. Let go of the struggle. You will gain great rewards. And then we have the chaos, which is 42. The spirit of the storm says, shred outmoded thinking and self-imposed blockages. Tear down walls of self-imposed limitations. Step into chaos and embrace it, rather than trying to suppress it. Do the unexpected. Oh my gosh, that fits so well with this reading, because they're saying, take off the mask. Let things play out in whatever way it needs to play out so that you can heal. Instead of pretending that everything is great and the world is all rosy. Let this play out. Take those rose-colored glasses off and see things for what they really are, and speak your truth about it. Then we have uncertainty, which is 43. I guess the flexibility was 48. So I read uncertainty first. That was the letting go. So we'll do flexibility, 48. The spirit of the willow says, be flexible in your life. Be willing to bend rather than break. Be amendable to change, and you will flourish in wondrous ways. That's beautiful. Grace is number 49. Interesting. We have 42 and 43, which is chaos and uncertainty. Then we have 48 and 49, which is flexibility and grace. Okay. The spirit of the wise woman of the grove says, you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. Okay. Then we have beauty, 52. The wood nymph. The spirit of the wood nymph says, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and the splendor will expand in your life. Create beautiful beauty in your home, even in the smallest ways, and an inner grace will radiate out from you. So I want to expand on that, because don't get thankfulness and beauty confused with a need to not be real, a need to not reveal who you really are or reveal the emotions that you are feeling, because there's a difference. Okay, then we have magic, which is 25. The spirit of the moonlight enchantment says, believe in magic. You are being given powerful, mystical messages from spirit. Take time to listen. Allow the luminescence, receptive energy of the moon to activate your creativity. You receive mystical messages, and you are a spiritual messenger to others. So remember, ideas and inspirations, this is the full moon. You may be getting more ideas and inspirations that is going to activate your creativity. And then we have transcendence, number 28. The spirit of the Pegasus says, you're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. When you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. The cardinal signs got that one as well. Okay, that's what I have for you. It looks like your biggest challenge is just basically letting go and listening to your guides and letting them help you to move through and transform yourself in this period of time. Many blessings. Please know that I do not use any other social media sites, and I will never initiate contact with you. The only way that you can reach me is via email. In the description box, you will find information that explains the services I offer. I would appreciate it if you would help me to get my channel out there more for other people to see by a like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.